Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'll be going through the last game of the round for round one of the AFLW Season 9, in which North Melbourne absolutely trounced the defending premiers in the grand final rematch by 44 points. I believe after eight full seasons and one game in round 9, that this is Brisbane's biggest loss by 44 points over 7 goals. And I kid you not, it could be that they might have kicked a goal or two late. I need to just double check that, so I'm right about that. But I'm pretty sure that they might have gotten a goal or two back late-ish. But let me just double check that, so I am saying you something right. They did kick the last goal of the game to make it... they didn't actually kick the last goal of the game. They kicked, but they did kick 3 goals to 2 in the last quarter. It was 8 goals, 1 margin at 3/4 time. So I was right in saying that they did kick a little bit more late to reduce the margin a little bit, as it went down 5 points in the last quarter. But anyway, let's just jump into this recap. So first off, the glaring issue, Ali Anderson came out and had a stunning game, to be honest. 29, 2, 7, 3 free kicks for 1 goal, 116. I'm a little bit worried about this. If we go here to Anderson, I just want to check. She's only 8% owned, so it's not the end of the world that she went off like that. If we actually go to team selector, but I want to check who actually, what's McCarthy's ownership now? 11.84. I believe she was about 5% owned, so she's been collected by about 6% of the comp. And I want to check what tie is quickly here. 17. Wow, she's gone up. She's just the straight swap for a lot of people from Too Good. I hope that goes well for people, but also don't want it to go well because I'm probably not going to follow that. But anyway, talking about Primos, yeah, Ali Anderson. I'm really annoyed that she did this because I should have just gone her over Blackburn. To be honest with you, in hindsight, that was the smarter choice. Just given that Ali Anderson, if we just go to her stats here, we go here, you'll see Ali Anderson has gone 96 in the past, 116. So it actually wasn't, looking at that, wasn't actually that bad of a choice, to be honest. I know that there are shorter quarters here, but she's gone and averaged, I wouldn't be surprised if that was, I can sort of see my thought process behind that a little bit, but she's gone big against North in 2 successive games. So we'll see how she goes against the rest of the comp. But she was pretty much consistent last year, but didn't really have a ceiling. So maybe that just comes down this week. Maybe she goes a little bit less, and that means that Ali Anderson, that Blackburn was the better pick over Ali Anderson in the end. But we'll see about that. But hoping she does that Blackburn does turn it around next week. Conway 78. I mean, this is where the Brisbane scoring just dropped off a cliff, as you see here. Conway 78, Savak 65, Dawes 63, O'Dwyer 63, Ellinger 62, Postlethwaite 60, Huda 56. And this is where I think more value can be found in the forward line. Huda had 11 touches, 1 mark, 7 tackles. I don't know what her exact role was. If we just go to Huda here. But you'll see in the quarter by quarter for Huda, 5, 21, 17, 13. If we go to Huda here, you'll see she spent still a considerable amount of time in the forward half. Probably basically the exact same type of thing, a similar sort of heat map to sort of 40s and sort of other scores there. So I'm a little bit worried about this role. She did have 19% CBAs, but I'm pretty sure they might have come late. And still 19% CBAs, it's not the greatest. We've seen her on 12% CBAs put up a 14. So I'm a little bit worried for her role, to be honest with you. But if she does go 50s and 60s, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I just think that there will be more value elsewhere with Huda here, as she did go down 1k, and she's going to have a break even, I would suspect, still around that 56, 57 marker. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not for Huda. I think people can jump on her if her role does improve, but I'm not going to necessarily be jumping on her immediately. I don't think immediately now, or potentially in round 4 if it does improve, as I don't think 50s, a girl scoring 50s on the double is too influential compared to getting another potential upgrade if there's someone that pops in the forward line or defense in round 4. But we'll have to wait and see. Hampson 52, Grider 49, Davidson 44, Smith 44, Hickey, as those two just ruck sharing basically kill them both. Mullins, Bolts, Campbell, Dunn, Conan, Savak, Lutkins as well, 19. I think this is one that we jump off immediately. We just need to find value. There's no point holding her. I know that that's like her first game back in a while, but there's no point holding her if she is just going to put up a 19. I know, because like we were talking about a difference of like 13 or 14 for her to cover off the non-buy people. Like, so to burn, you basically, if she's going to average, say, 40, and she's got 4 games compared to people's 3s, then someone just needs to average 54 for them to be way more valuable across the 3 game weeks. So, yeah, I just don't think she can average more than like 40, 45 anymore. I think that reference point has changed. So I think that it's more valuable to jump off her, get someone that's going to get cash gen, because cash gen is king, and Lutkins I think has a break even of like 37, 38. So she's not really going to make cash. I don't think she's going to be one of those high scorers. And then there's other girls that have shown that they can really, really put it on. Riddell here, 31, 5 and 5. 2 free kicks against a goal here. She was really, really good, 117. And yeah, she was really stunning. Garner, 27 touches, 6 tackles and a goal, 103. This is exactly what I kind of hoped would happen. 67k down already. If you go to Marinoff, who scored a lot more, she went down only 19k. And if we go, and she was priced at 664. Garner was priced at around 1.645. So she was about 19k short of Marinoff. And yeah, really like that she dropped it. If we go to stats by Jaden, you'll see that I think Garner's break even. If I just quickly traverse this here, go here and go Garner's break even 134. She does play Geelong next week, so we'll see how that goes. But Geelong next week, if she drops even a 125, she goes down another 27k. Drops 100, she goes down 99k. That is absolutely huge. And you can just see the difference in Marinoff's break even compared to Garner's break even. It's 4 different, so it's not the end of the world. But I think Marinoff has slightly easier matchups, plus also the fact that she's just a generally, I think, a better scorer. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried for those who went Garner owners, because she did put up an iffy score. Well, it's not really an iffy score. It's just sort of you're a little bit behind the 8 ball, I would say. And I just want to check what O'Loughlin's CBAs are, because I think this could be crucial. 0 CBAs, wing roll. Yeah, that looks a half forward wing roll. So I'm a little bit put off by this. I'd like to, and especially by the fact that she's got a suspension. So that probably won't move anything around in terms of the players for North Melbourne for O'Loughlin's absence, I believe, as she got suspended. So yeah, that kind of sucks for those people. But I think that I would stick away from her anyway, as we showed. Is she this one? She is this one. 55 last year. So yeah, she hasn't really had a role change, and you can see even in pretty much everything else here that she just doesn't have the greatest role, and it's sort of half forward. So yeah, I wouldn't be jumping on her, to be honest with you, when she gets back from suspension. King 68, Sherlaw, Smith, Birch 58. I just want to check with Birch what her role was, because she was priced at 35. So a 58 from her is pretty good. Any kick-ins? No. I just don't like this role, to be honest, as much. So I would be sticking away from Birch as well. This is a game that I didn't necessarily watch, so I'm trying to catch up as well on the run here. But yeah, Birch, I don't like that role, considering she's dropped like 17s in the past and 20s in the past. So you can see here what I'm thinking about her. No, that's O'Loughlin. Is it this one? Birch is here. You can see 17, 45, 42, 27. And these were even with kick-ins. 45, 57 here in pretty much the exact same role. So yeah, I just don't like that role. I think that without kick-ins and without, I think she just relied on marks, which you can't really rely on too much, to be honest. So I would be sticking away from Birch. Carney, and if you look at, if we go and just delete like half of these, there we go, we got back here. If we look at Birch here, 15, 21, 28, 18 and 4. Look at Carney, she scored 17 outside of that first quarter. She was absolutely on fire and then dropped off. I don't know who the kick-ins were. I think Carney took kick-ins from memory, but I could be wrong. Let me just double check this. 4 kick-ins, 3 played on. So I like Carney's role better just because she's almost guaranteed to at least get 6 to 10 points, well, anywhere from about 6 to like 15 points from kick-ins a game, given that they sort of concede anywhere from 2 to sort of 5, 6 behinds a game. So yeah, I do like Carney's role a lot better. I'm just waiting for her to drop in cash a little bit, as she's always sort of up around the marker, and you can get her for very, very much cheaper in a couple rounds time when she sort of evens out a little bit. Vicky Wall, no, Craven, Eddie, Randall, Tripodi. A little bit annoyed about Tripodi having a really weak second half, I'm pretty sure from memory. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the right one here. Tripodi here, you can see 30 point first, 11, 7, and then a -4 second last quarter was really annoying. If she jumped up in the last quarter and really put her name on it and gone and scored like a 20 or something, that would have been a 68. That would have been massive. I still think she's got a good role. She's going to return fire. And I feel like even against the lower side, she may be used in the midfield more, as Garner is given almost a slight rest against the lower sides. So yeah, I do think that Tripodi 44 is her sort of floor, and I think her ceiling is around that 70 marker. So I do think you just hold on to her like Powder. You just hold on. They've got the role. That role should be able to translate into points, rather than trying to gun it with a winger when we've seen the hell that some people are going through trying to figure out what to do with Vesio, as Vesio has already dropped 64k and there's not many that you can really dump her to. Martin, Bresnahan, Rennie, Gartz, Ferguson, O'Shea, and Wright. And that pretty much is the video there going through the Brisbane versus North Melbourne game, in which North Melbourne absolutely pumped them. If you did enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.